Hello, I am Becca Rue, and you are watching Rue's Musings. In Tantric yoga philosophy, the idea is that the universe chooses to come into existence through us, through human beings, through you specifically, to get to know itself more fully, so that we are literally the universe embodied. There's a whole bunch of stories around how unlikely it is that each of us is here, that the universe chooses to manifest as you, but that's, again, a different story for a different day. So it occurred to me in the last couple of weeks and days that if I am the universe, which it sounds a little bit, I call it Manitou-y, right, a little bit out there, I get that, but if I'm the universe embodied and that the universe chose, in its ultimate freedom, the universe can be whatever it wants, whenever it wants to, but it chose to become me, then the universe must super love me. The universe super loves me, and the universe super loves you. And I think that this is true. And I like to think of in general, the energy of the universe as being female or feminine. It's more feminine than female. And she chose to be here as me, as you, and inside of that, she must so sincerely love us. So that's part one of this 3-tier musing. Part two is that as much as I might try, as much as you might try, to really understand the big picture of what she, the universe, has in store for us in any given moment, we can't. Right? So there's this whole idea that everything happens for a reason, which may or may not be true. I think it's a little bit more interesting, actually, that the universe loves you, and that's why whatever happens, happens. Even the bad things that happen, and bad is a strong word, even though bad things happen. Bad things happen. It's that things happen that we don't like. Very frequently in our lives, we don't get what we want exactly when we want it. Can you guys relate to that? That I want exactly this right now. Very infrequently happens. And that, I think, is actually the universe loving us even more, that we don't get exactly what we want whenever we want it. And inside of that, we can't see the big picture. We like to think that we can, right? That we're like, oh, this happened so that this happened so that this happened, and there's a timeline, and it's fun to investigate in that way, and of course I absolutely do that. And like to say, oh, the universe has my best interest at heart, even if things don't go my way, but I don't think we get the big picture, ever. So we can kind of put that to rest a little bit. Part one, the universe loves you. Part two, as much as you might try, because it's fun, to understand the universe's idea around why everything is happening, we can't understand that. So we don't have to worry about it so much. And part three, oh gosh, it went out of my head. Hold please, it's coming back. Yes! The more that we can open and soften to who we are, who the universe is, who our life is, and what our relationships are, the happier we are. So when I was teaching this week inside of my classes, the idea that we try to control things, so we try to control our lives, we try to control our time, we try to control our relationships. There's a component really of manipulation. It's like, oh, I want this to go this way, so I'm gonna stress about it, I'm gonna worry about it, and I'm gonna put a lot of time and energy into forcing this thing into this box that it doesn't necessarily fit in. Can you guys relate to that one? I can too, for sure. A lot of our time is spent doing that. So the third part of our 3-tier musing today is the universe loves you. As much as we might want to understand the big picture, we cannot. And 3, truly, as much as we can soften and open and relax into the moment as it is, ourselves as we are, our life as it is, and the world as it is, the happier we are. So just start to notice when you begin to control. When you begin to think like, oh, no one's there for me, I'm totally alone. You're not alone, the universe is there with you all the time. And then all of the time that we waste, I like these little bunny ears, that we waste trying to say, oh, this is why this happened, when we don't know. And lastly, and maybe most importantly, notice when you start to try to force everything. I mean, I think we force everything all the time, and to practice softening and opening and releasing and surrendering all of those words into the moment as it is, rather than as you wanted it to be, the happier we are. I think we're all on board for being happy. I think that's kind of the universal goal, that we want to be happy. So we get to soften. please share this video with all of your friends around the world. Check out my other Ruse Musings. We have like 60 now. I'm pretty excited about that. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.